Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. My name is Eve, this is Everyday Artist, and welcome. This is Rogue. And this is my channel mostly about cross stitch, but about the different kind of art stuff that I do. But lately I've been very happy just doing a cross stitch, although I do keep looking at my paints lately. I have a feeling I have a painting coming on. I'm not sure. Today is my birthday, and so far it's been very nice. I'm supposed to go to dinner at my sister's house tonight. My other sister bought me breakfast this morning. Yeah. Stop. They're doing yard work. So she keeps barking at them because she thinks leaf blowers are evil things, and yeah. Of course I have to agree with that. Anyway, let me just say that yard work goes on around us constantly. Bear with me. I'm going to adjust the camera. Better, I think, maybe. Okay, so I don't have a lot, but I have more than I thought I would because I have been sitting doing nothing except stitching. On Thursday, I had an MRI, and I'm not very tall. So whenever I get off exam tables or whatever, they're always too tall for me. Now, a lot of people, they put a stool or whatever, and I think maybe they lowered the table for me when I got on, and maybe they raised it up later, but I don't really remember. And it wasn't like it was that far down. But I was stepping off the MRI table, and it is my habit to like get onto my left hip and lower my right leg until it touches the ground, rather than just trying to step off or something, because there's always a gap. And I do remember my toe touching the ground, and then as I was putting my weight on it, an excruciating pain. I mean, so much so that I don't think I screamed, but I did make some kind of awful sound. And I remember just standing there like this, trying to breathe, because it hurt so bad. And they even said, "Are you all right?" And I'm like, "Yeah, I think so." And then I limped away. My knee, it's the same knee that I have arthritis in. It often hurts. So, I didn't worry too much about it, and I thought, it'll walk off, it'll be all right. I mean, I just stepped off a table, right? I put ice on it the rest of the day, and then that wasn't working, so I put heat on it, and again in the morning some more heat, and then I was like, I better go see somebody. I think Thursday I asked my other sister, I said, "Do you think I should go into urgent care or something? This really hurts. It hurts a lot, and I can't really put any weight on it. A little bit, but not really." And she said, "No, just go to your primary care and get an appointment." So Friday morning I got an appointment with my primary care. He saw me and he said, "You really should go to the emergency room." He said, "I can't do anything for you." He said, "I could order an x-ray and it'll tell me nothing because this isn't a bone issue. And you'll have to go from here to where I had the MRI and wait a few hours for an x-ray." The last time I went there to get an x-ray, I was there 4 hours waiting for my x-ray. 4. And the time before that, I left because I was like, I'm sorry, I have other things to do. I had another test there, and I tried to combine it with the x-ray, and and the time before that, I melted my sister while I was waiting. So I don't like to go get x-rays. So I was like, yeah, you're right. And he goes, and that way, and I said, plus, because it's my knee, I would have to stand up. I've had a lot of knee x-rays. And I said, they make you kind of bend your knee for one of those shots. And I'm like, I'm telling you right now, there's no way I can stand up straight in front of a x-ray thing. And he goes, well, and he said at the ER, they'll be able to do it while you're in the gurney. And I was like, okay, you've convinced me. He goes, plus he said, they'll have to order an MRI or something, and I can't do that without the x-ray. And he said, and they may not even let me do that. So he goes, so I could give you a referral to an ortho, and then you'd have to wait to get into the ortho. So really, if you just went to the ER, it would just expedite things. But I didn't want to drive myself. There's a bunny in my yard. I haven't seen bunnies for a while. We have a lot of bobcats and coyotes, so although I hate the thought of them killing the little cute bunnies, I realize, they need to eat too. I just try not to think about it. He's just sitting there. He's scared because a car drove by. So I didn't want to drive myself because I was afraid if they gave me like an injected pain medication or something. I don't like to take pills, so because I'm allergic to a lot of them, and so I wasn't wanting any pain medicine. I just wanted to get the ball rolling as need be. Yeah, my sister couldn't come right away, and I was like, that's okay. I've been, waiting since yesterday. It doesn't matter. And I was afraid if I drove myself that the valet service would be gone by the time I got out. So how would I do that, So she took me there about 5 o'clock. She picked me up about 10. But we got everything rolling and all that, and I have a call in to the ortho place that I use. They referred me to a different one, and they've contacted me already, but I don't want to establish with 1,000 doctors, so yeah. Although I am walking better. It still hurts, but I'm walking better. So that was that. There was also the giveaways that I mentioned last week, and the person that won the bird did not reply to give me their address. I will give them another week, and then I'll give it to somebody else. Or I'll keep it and do it. I don't know. But the other two, I was waiting because I only wanted to go to the post office once, but the other two I'll get in the mail at some point this week. And so is that all the business? I think so. I just have a few cross-stitch things. I am going to start with my birthday start, which is Heaven Earth Designs mini snowman snuggle. Now, I plan to get a square hoop. I was thinking, why can't I think of the type of hoop it is now? The clips on. My brain is not functioning. I was thinking to get one kind, but I think I'm going to get another kind, which is a plastic hoop, which is thinner. So I think I'll do that instead, but I'm going to have to wait till my paycheck comes in. Either way. So until then, I'll just do it in hand like I normally do, or I'll use a round hoop. I really didn't want to use a round hoop. No. Anyway, I've started just this tiny little bit. But, you know, it's still morning. It's not even noon. It's still morning, so I'll do some more on that. I just was excited to start it. And I have clips on it to hold the excess, and even when I get a hoop on it, I'll still keep the excess rolled up so that it can be out of my way and not get dirty and, you know, not fray and all of that stuff. Sorry, the needle came out. Okay, so that's my start. I'm happy with it. And then I worked some more on Plant Pots by Darling and Whimsy. And I have finished. It's got some smuts. Well, I have finished the middle one. So I thought I did something wrong. I was like, why is there a bigger gap over here than there is over here? That's just the way it's designed. So now I either have to start on the black kitty or the brown kitty. I don't know. I'll figure it out. And go from there. I may start on the black kitty. The cactus is easier on the brown kitty, though. I don't know. But, you know, one kitty down, two to go. How long did it take me to do that tiny cat? Oh, not very long. Yes, a long time. And then I have my first Whip Go project for the month. And I'm going to work on it, I think, one more day. And this is Twin Peak Primitive's Christmas Lantern. And before I started on it this year, I don't know if it was between now and last month. I mean, last time. I don't remember what I had. Let me move this. Sorry. I have thread everywhere. I'm doing this. I haven't been saying what fabric. The Heaven and Earth Designs, that's on 18 count white Ada DMC. And the Plant Pots is Rustico Ada that I bought at Hobby Lobby. I don't know. And here's the Christmas lantern. And so I think, I don't remember what I had last week. I think I had this filled in a little bit. But I put in the color here and did this and, you know, filled in up here. I don't remember where I was last week. And I may get a picture of it to show, but I feel like I got a lot done, but maybe not. And I'm working on the white of this flower right here. Yeah. Let's see. And I don't think it had the I did some back stitching right here along the white, and I don't think that's in the pattern. It's just that you can see the white barely shows up next to this gold, sparkly gold Ada, and I think I just wanted it to show up better, so I put just a thin line of back stitching around it, just so it would show up a little better. I have to say, I would have been a lot further along on this flower right here, except I started with this color right here. And I had gotten, you know what, I had showed you some more of that last week. I don't know. I had gotten, like I did just like this part right here and went down here. And then when I picked it up again, I thought I counted down from here instead of here. And I started this whole thing again. And I was already almost up to here again. And I was like, wait a minute. Something's wrong here. So I had to take it all out. And then I did it again, starting from the one that I had already put there. And then I got a little bit ways on that, and I realized that that was wrong too. So yeah, I would do a lot more finishes if I did it right the first time. So I'm hoping to get more of that white flower done before I put it away. I'll work on it at least until the 15th, even though it was only 10 days. There's been a couple of days that I didn't work on it at all. So I think today and tomorrow I'll get some work done on it. And my temperature chart. Now, if you recall, when I was showing you my temperature chart last week, I dropped it as I was putting it down, and it slid under this couch or under the coffee table. I am not in any way going to be able to get down there and get it, because I don't work on it till Friday. So I hurt my leg on Thursday, and I was like, yeah, I'm not getting down on the floor. I briefly looked for it after my video last time, and I couldn't feel it. So it probably scooted itself almost the way to the wall. And it's not like these couches they move easily on this tile. It's not a problem. But the coffee table is actually harder to move. But I'm not going to try to do that with my knee hurting. So I will either print it again or just use the picture that I have put up at some point during this talking. The picture doesn't... The picture... My dog ran away because my sister came out of her room. The picture does not have who it's by. It's Sapphire Mountain Handcrafts. And this is where we are. July and August have been very, very hot. July more so. Now, we did get rain one day. Got one day of rain. Where it rained it rained hard, but it rained about, I don't know, half an hour. Normally by this time in August, we get afternoon thunderstorms, sandstorms and thunderstorms blowing through. Not this time. No. So I'm hoping, there's a lot of clouds the last 2 days, and I have seen Virga, but it hasn't been over us, so I think that's what it's called. It's when the rain, you can see the rain coming down, but it never reaches the ground because the air is so dry that it evaporates before it can hit the ground. And I've seen that around, the clouds were pretty heavy and black yesterday, and I saw some of that going on over Chandler. There's a water truck outside. Can you hear her crying? Anyway, I'm hoping that we will get a break in the weather, although I haven't been able to swim because I can't get in my pool. So I'm not getting to enjoy the hot weather for swimming. I'll survive somehow. I don't know how, but I will. So that leaves us with this month's cross-stitch camp piece. And I chose Phoenix Biscornu by Tinymodernist. I know I mentioned last week that the pattern is very difficult for me to see. And my sister's printer doesn't do enlargements. I think mine does, but for some reason my computer and printer don't want to talk to each other. And I don't know. I have a relatively new printer, but I'm not happy with the way it prints. Anyway, I happened to be driving around and I took this with me and I went and got an enlargement, a color enlargement. And it was after I got the color enlargement that I realized that I was off by goes this way. Goes this way. This way. Right here, I was off by one stitch that way, which I would have just fudged, except they would have made this wing in the wrong place. I could figure it out, right? Except then I would have to figure out how to do the mistake again here and here and here because they are rotated around, right? So I thought about just starting over. I didn't want to do that. So I just went ahead and frogged it all. Now, right here, I'm going to put a picture of how far I got before I frogged it. And then I did the enlargement. And this, I did most of this in one day. And then I did a couple of little things, you know, for a couple of days. He's just missing his claws. Now, the color that's on his claws is the same color as the back stitching all around here. But I don't want to do the back stitching yet. I'm going to do the back stitching all at once. I thought about just doing the back stitching on 1/4 of it at a time, but I don't think I want to do that. So, because there's a color that's not anywhere that does the back stitching here and here and here. So I decided I'm just going to do all the back stitching at once. So I started on the second dragon right here. After I hurt my leg, I did a lot of stitching sitting up during the day. I want to say maybe the first day. But I can't keep my eyes open. And I think it's because the first day, the first full day, like Friday, that I did a lot of stitching. The first night, I took a pain reliever that I had from having shingles. And so I got pretty decent sleep, even though my leg hurt every time I moved. Stop that. Even though my leg hurt every time I moved, I was pretty out of it. Stop it, I said. Hey, stop. So, but I haven't wanted to take any more, and I am not sleeping as well, and that might be why I'm so tired. Or it could be, leaving the ER after 10 and, stuff like that. So I've had a little bit more trouble stitching on it Saturday and Sunday, but I'm hoping to get a lot more done on it. And of course on my Snowman. Now, I'll give the winner of the bird one more week to respond. And if you haven't, that's fine. I will either give it away, do it again, or I don't know. So try to get back to me this week. And I will see you all soon. And thanks for watching. Bye.